From Kinky Kids Hair Care, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a beginner's beading hairstyle. This style does not require for the entire head to be beaded, but it helps your daughter get used to sitting still for the beads. And my daughter absolutely loves this style. She loves wearing beads in her hair. So let's get started. You're going to need a rat tail comb. You'll need a wide tooth comb. You'll also need some butterfly clamps or some type of clamp that you can hold the hair out the way. You'll need beads, of course, and you'll need some rubber bands, and you're also going to need some hair ties, or you can just use rubber bands. Now, one thing I learned about using these hair ties, which is like something that's kind of a quick tip that I wanted to share, is when I use these by themselves, not only does her style not last long, but her hair tends to get tangled up on these when I use these by themselves. But when I use them with the rubber band beneath it, like I normally do in a video, her hair never gets tangled up no matter how long it may be in her head. So that's a quick tip. The rubber bands actually do help. Alright, so let's get started. I already have her hair moisturized and everything doing the LCO method. So what I'm going to do is start parting her hair, and when you part, you can start like right here in the middle of her ear. And I'm going to part all the way across to the other side of her head, to the middle of her ear. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so now her hair is parted. The other thing I forgot to mention of things that you would need is some pomade. You don't have to have this, but I like to use this because it helps with braiding, and it also makes her hair look a lot neater. So I like using the pomade in her hair. Okay, so once the hair is parted here, I'm going to part straight down, and I'm going to do 5 cornrows in the back. So I'll do the first one. Okay, so now I'm going to put some pomade on to help the hair be a little bit neater. You're spilling beads everywhere. Can you stop? And now I'm going to begin the cornrow. Now, if you don't know how to do cornrows, I have a video tutorial showing you how to do it, and you can go ahead and watch that video to learn how to do it. And I'm about to get started. Fix this part. So this is how the cornrow turned out. I'm going to finish cornrolling the rest of the back of her head, and I'll be back once I'm done. Okay, so I have the back of her head done, and I'm about to start working on the front of her head. Okay, so to get started with the front, we're going to be doing 2 pigtails right here, and we're going to do 1 little cornrow in the front. So first I'm just going to part across her head from here to the other side of her head. Okay, so I just clamped that out the way, and we're going to just start on this part. The only thing we're going to be doing is just making a part straight down the middle and putting it in 2 little pigtails. So this is how her hair looks. So I'm just going to take this part in the front right here and do a cornrow, just going straight across. Okay, and then I'll be back once that's done. Okay, so now her hair is all done. I'm going to put this camera in the front so you can kind of see the braid. She's kind of falling asleep, so I'm going to try to make this quick. But that's the braid in the front, and her 2 pigtails, and her braids in the back. Okay, my daughter is fast asleep, but I did want to show you how I beat her hair. So I'm just going to be doing one, and then I'm going to finish beating her hair off camera. And when she wakes up from her nap, I'm going to take a few photos of how her hair turns out. So I'm going to get started. Another thing I wanted to say is I do not braid my daughter's hair tight. And if you notice in the video, none of her braids are super tight. I don't mind braiding her hair once a week, but braiding the hair too tight, not only can it be painful for the child when you're doing it, but it can also pull their hair out. So that I just don't braid her hair tight. Okay, so let's get started. You take your braid, and I'm going to fold it up like this because this makes it easier for me to get the beads on. You can bead the hair using the little beading tools that they use, but since these are not a lot of braids that I have to put in her hair, I've put in her hair, and her hair's not long, I just don't mind hand beading because it doesn't take that long anyway. But once her hair is long and I start braiding her whole head, I will share a video of how to use those different tools for beading the hair faster. Okay, to get started, I'm just going to again fold the hair in half like this, and then just string on the pattern. So here's my pattern. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the bottom of the hair like this and pull it all the way down. Take the bottom bead, and you're going to wrap this hair up over the bottom bead back up into where the braid is at. Once you do that, get your rubber band and just rubber banding on over top that hair right above the bead. And I do a twisting motion, so I go like this, then I twist it, and then I go back over it again. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so now it should look like this. And I like to kind of bring the rubber band up the braid a little bit so it can make it easier for the rest of these beads to slide over it. And then I just slide the beads down over the rubber band and make whatever adjustments I need to make to that bottom bead. And that is how I beat her hair. I hope this video was a great help to you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.